Update 2. My fiancée said at her bachelorette party, "One last night of freedom before I settle for boring." Her friend posted it on Instagram. I saw it, canceled the wedding venue, and returned the ring. She woke up to 200 confused guests and no ceremony. You love the idea of being married, Amanda. You don't love me. If you did, you wouldn't have called me boring. I didn't mean boring in a bad way. There's a good way to call your fiancé boring while kissing other men? Her sister tried to mediate, said Amanda was genuinely sorry and had learned her lesson. Asked me to consider postponing instead of canceling completely. There's nothing to postpone. Amanda made it clear how she feels about me. I'm boring. She was settling. She needed one last night of freedom before committing to someone she doesn't actually want. Thursday and Friday were spent dealing with practical details. Amanda and I had been living together in my apartment for 2 years. She moved back to her parents' house Thursday night. We had to divide belongings, cancel shared utilities, separate our finances. Amanda was on my car insurance and phone plan. Had to remove her from everything. The wedding gifts that had already arrived got returned to stores or mailed back to guests with apology notes. Friday evening, I got a call from Jessica, who'd posted the original video. "I'm so sorry. I didn't think about you seeing the clip when I posted it. I was just sharing highlights from the night." Don't apologize, Jessica. You did me a favor. Better to know now than after the wedding. Amanda's devastated. She knows she messed up. She's devastated because she got caught, not because she did it. She really does love you. The kiss was just a stupid drunk mistake. Jessica, would you marry someone who called you boring and kissed other people at their bachelorette party? Long pause. Probably not. Then you understand why I can't either. Saturday morning, today, my phone started ringing early. Guests who hadn't gotten a cancellation message were showing up to the venue and finding it locked with a cancellation notice posted. The venue manager had to deal with confused guests all afternoon. Some people had driven from other states, booked hotel rooms, taken time off work. I felt terrible about the inconvenience, but Amanda's actions had made this inevitable. Amanda's been calling and texting all day, begging me to reconsider, saying she'll do anything to fix this, that losing me isn't worth whatever stupid decision she made Wednesday night. But the damage is done. She showed me exactly what she thinks of me when she thought I wouldn't find out. I was boring. She was settling. She needed freedom from me. Now she has all the freedom she wanted. Update 1, 1 week later. 1 week since the wedding that didn't happen, and the aftermath has been exactly as messy as expected. Amanda's one last night of freedom has become legendary among our friends and family. The guest situation was worse than I anticipated. About 40 people had traveled from out of state and didn't get cancellation notices in time. They showed up to a locked venue Saturday afternoon and had to be informed by venue staff that the wedding was cancelled. Several guests were angry about their travel expenses and lost time. A few family members called me demanding explanations. I sent the same response to everyone. Wedding cancelled due to Amanda's infidelity at her bachelorette party. The video evidence is clear. Amanda's mother was handling most of the fallout on their side, but she called me Saturday night in tears. Do you know how embarrassing this was? Amanda's grandmother drove 6 hours to be here. Her college friends flew in from California. I'm sorry about the inconvenience, but Amanda could have considered those consequences before she decided to explore her options. She made one mistake when she was drunk. She made dozens of conscious decisions that night. Every word of that conversation was a choice. Sunday, the story spread through our social circle via social media and text messages. Jessica's video had been saved and shared by multiple people before she took it down. Friends were divided. Some thought I'd overreacted to a drunk mistake. Others agreed that the settling for boring comment was unforgivable. My family was completely supportive. My mother said she'd always thought Amanda seemed like she felt too good for me. My dad said any woman who called her fiancé boring while kissing other men wasn't marriage material. Amanda's family was split. Her parents wanted us to work things out. Her siblings thought she'd brought everything on herself. Monday, I had to deal with the financial aftermath. My wedding insurance covered about $4,000 under their change of heart provision, but I was still out $24,000 total. The shared apartment lease was in both our names with 6 months remaining. Amanda agreed to let me keep the apartment and take over her portion of the rent rather than break the lease early. We had a joint savings account for the wedding that still had about $3,000 in it. Split that evenly since we both contributed. Tuesday, Amanda tried reaching me through mutual friends. Had her best friend call asking if we could meet to talk things through. There's nothing to talk through. Amanda made her feelings clear Wednesday night. She was drunk and scared about getting married. She knows she messed up. She was honest when she was drunk. That's the problem. Don't you think 4 years together deserves a second chance? Don't you think 4 years together deserved better than being called boring while she kissed other guys? Wednesday, Amanda showed up at the apartment. I almost didn't let her in, but decided to hear what she had to say. I know what I said was horrible. I know the kiss was wrong. I was drunk and scared and stupid. But I love you and I want to marry you. You want to marry me because your backup plan didn't work out, Amanda. If that guy from the bar had been interested, would you even be here? That's not fair. Neither is calling your fiancé boring while kissing strangers. She tried explaining that she'd been feeling overwhelmed about marriage and had made comments she didn't mean. Said the kiss was just alcohol and nerves, not a reflection of her feelings about me. Even if I believe that, you still called me boring to a stranger. That came from somewhere real. I think you're dependable and loving and everything I want in a husband, but also boring and someone you're settling for. She couldn't argue with that because it was recorded with clear audio. Thursday, I heard through friends that Amanda was telling people I'd ruined her life over one drunk comment. She was positioning herself as the victim of an unforgiving ex-fiancé. But too many people had seen or heard about the video. Hard to claim victim status when you're on record calling your fiancé boring while kissing other men. Friday, Amanda's sister called with yet another attempt at reconciliation. Amanda's been in therapy since Monday. She's working on understanding why she sabotaged your relationship. I don't need her to understand why. I need her to live with the consequences. The therapist thinks you could benefit from couples counseling to work through this. There's no couple to counsel. Amanda ended that when she decided I was boring and worth settling for. The sister tried several other approaches, but none changed the fundamental issue. Amanda had shown me exactly what she thought of me when she didn't know I was listening.